so strongly with destiny through the depths of your essence, but it's in your head. And it's like people outside of your head try and tell you how you gotta be, and deter you from showing up authentically. You catch yourself starting to believe the shit, like blah blah blah.
Hey y'all, welcome to Aniyah's Notes. I am your host, AniyahJelisa. Thank you for being here with me today. Welcome in if you're new, welcome back if you're subscribed, all right? So today, this actually was requested a while ago because I did this topic on TikTok like weeks ago, and then I mentioned it in a video and somebody said they wanted it in the comments for like a YouTube pick a card, and I just had other topics that I just wanted to do first, but I'm back around and I feel like it's perfect timing. Okay, so we're gonna do how do you stand on business. What inspired this topic was that video of Justin Bieber where he was like, is it not clocking to you that I'm standing on business? That had cracked me up at the time, so because he just sounded so ridiculous, that had cracked me up. So that is the inspiration for this topic we're going to be seeing though, for real, like how do you stand on business. Okay, so if you would like to book a personal with your girl, then you can find that information down below in the description box. Other than that, go ahead and choose your photo so we can get into the reading. Hey Pile 1, welcome to your reading. Welcome to Aniyah's Notes. I am your host, AniyahJelisa. Thank you for being here with me today. So boom, y'all chose Pile 1. I don't have any announcements other than that fact that if you want to book a personal, you can do so with the link down below in the description box. So other than that, let's get into it. I'm going to start by just channeling some messages from you all's photo that you chose. So let's say, first of all, her vibe is just giving so cool. Like, so I feel like you all might, the way that you stand on business is that you get cold. Like you get cold, you get distance, you stop responding. You might block people, but I'm just getting the ice me out. Like it's making me think Cash Doll ice me out, but you like ice people out. Okay, that's how you stand on business, is you remove yourself. You definitely are the type to remove your presence, okay? I'm also getting that not only do you remove your presence, you also really lock in, or you get really focused, and you tend to like boss up. Like you are the type to like, you don't just remove your energy, you start to really use that energy to your own good. So it's like, yeah, it's not that you're just like taking the energy off of this person, but then you're just putting it into something destructive or something that's just a distraction. You take that energy from whoever is mistreating you or who you had to stand on business with, and you put it to like good use. Like you put it into something that ends up like really growing. And this could be like your looks. I'm also getting that it could be your business. Some of you are creatives, and I feel like you could end up putting your pain or your emotions or that energy in general, you could transmute that into like art. So music, paintings. In this case, this looks like a photo shoot, like a campaign, or a, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know. A project, you know, something like that. I already said music, writing, poetry, clothing, like hairstyles, nails, like anything. There's so many, you know, avenues for that. But yeah, it's like you the way that you stand on business is you pull back your energy and then you use it to boss up, for sure. So let's go ahead and get some cards. What do I want to start with? I want to start with some oracles today. All right, Spirit, how does Pile 1 stand on business? How does Pile 1 stand on business? First out, we have angel numbers with confirmation. Angel numbers with confirmation, and then we have globe with possibility. You really do level up in the sense, like you also, not only do you level up like physically, like you might have a physical glow up, you might start, you know, getting your hair done a different way, or change your hair color, take your skincare seriously, lose or gain weight, eat healthier foods, clear your skin, like grow your nails out or something, grow your hair out or cut your hair off. Like there's a vibe of definitely like a physical glow up, and I'm also seeing a career and success glow up in the sense that you're being more creative and more innovative when it comes to your business practices, or just what you're willing to try. But I'm also getting here with possibility and angel numbers that you also, the way that you boss up is you get more connected with yourself, you get more connected to your spirit. I think that a lot of when you choose to stand on business, it's because you're choosing to trust in your intuition. And typically I feel like the times in which you stand on business the most are times when you feel like somebody or a situation is causing you to go against your own intuition. That's what I feel like really makes you like flip that switch on people, is when it's like, okay, this is no longer in alignment with me. This is distracting me or taking away from my path. That's when you're like, okay, nah, absolutely not. Blocked, like cut off, ice cold, don't know you. All right. And I feel like when you do that, it always opens up so many possibilities for you. Some of you might literally travel like to get over people. Like you might, if somebody like really upsets you, or like you go through a breakup or something, you might be the type to take a trip. Okay, you might be the type to, like I said, start a new business, cut your hair, grow your hair out, dye your hair, get a tattoo, get a piercing. Just do things that are kind of drastic, but like not in a bad way though, like in a good way. Like, you know, these are things where it's like you make memories. I'm getting that you like transmute, you know, those people's energies into like positive memories for yourself. It's like that, yeah. It's like if you go through something challenging or traumatic, especially if it was at the hands of somebody else, it's like you take that energy from them and you use it to like rebound that in a positive way, or like to create an even better experience for yourself in order to override that one. Like it's like you just really redirect in a positive direction. All right, let's see what else. Spirit, how does pile 1 stand on business? We have 12-12 here and 11-11, by the way. We also have the 14th or the 31st. So if you happen to be watching this on the 14th or the 31st of a month, that could be like this particular day could be significant. The reading itself is timeless, but I'm saying if you're watching this on the 14th or the 31st of a month, it could like hit even different for you in some kind of ways. Take it out of resonance. All right, so this is the Halloween deck. So first we have Skull of Darkness with blind spots. We have Graveyard with Unnecessary Fear. And then we have Dawn, which is in reverse, the light after the darkness. You know, I feel like what I'm getting with this is that when it comes to the way that you stand on business, it feels intense for you. It feels disappointing, heartbreaking for you. But on the outside, I feel like you come across as somebody who is just cold or stoic or detached. But in reality, you're that way because you're actually very deep and you're very sensitive, you're very emotional. With the Unnecessary Fear and then like having Skull of Darkness and then having literally the light after the darkness with Dawn, like having these two cards which are basically like the opposite of each other, and then in the middle we have Unnecessary Fear. It's like you have to really, like, I feel like it's not easy for you to stand on business. Like, you might make it look easy, that's what I'm saying. Like, it might come across to other people that you just never cared about them. People might say that to you, like, oh, did you ever even love me? Did you ever even care about me? Was I ever really even your friend if it was so easy for you to cut me off? And you're like, who said it was easy? Who said it was easy for me to cut you off? Who said it was easy for me to stop talking to you? Who said it was easy for me to accept the fact that, you know, maybe I thought I was going to marry you and we're not doing that because you're weird? Or I thought you was my best friend. Turns out you never even mess with me the way I mess with you. Or you're my family and I can't trust you. You know what I'm saying? Just different situation scenarios. But it's like, you actually held on to these people a lot longer than you should have. I feel like really everybody who you probably have cut off, like, you're the type to give a lot of chances. You're the type to give a lot of grace. So it's like, whoever has at this point been cut off, or you've had to stand on business when it comes to them, they have put themselves in that position on purpose. Like, they have tried it over and over and over again. It's not like, you know, this is somebody who you just boom, cut them off first, go instant, one mistake, you're done. No, I feel like you're a very kind person. And you have to, like, hype yourself up to cut people off. You have to guide yourself through that. You have to really ground yourself through that, because it could be a very emotional experience for you. You probably have blocked somebody and then cried afterwards, or, you know, went on contact and then been upset, or had nightmares or dreamt about the person, all kind of stuff. But you just chose to stay strong. You chose yourself at the end of the day every time, because you do have a strong sense of faith and belief in yourself and your intuition and where you're going in your life. But it's not easy. Okay, it's not easy. People think that you just don't care and you're just heartless, but in reality, no. They just drove you to that point where you had no choice but to make that decision, even if it was painful. But they're so non-aware of themselves and how their actions affect people that they just reduce it down to, like, oh, you just never loved me. And it's like, anyways, that was that part of the message. If you're enjoying the reading so far, go ahead and give the video a thumbs up, okay? Consider subscribing to the channel so that you can join the team and catch this vibe. You know you like it over here. Like, go ahead and get comfortable. Like, it's fine. Well, you're welcome. Let's see. Spirit, how does pile 1 stand on business? All right. Boom. We have Giraffe Spirit and See the Big Picture. With See the Big Picture, number 29. So this is also a monthly date. So if you're watching on the 29th, this could be extra significant for you. But again, the reading is timeless. Can resonate no matter when. And we also have Wombat Spirit, be at home. I just feel like also when it comes to the way that you stand on business, again, it's like you separate yourself from people, or you distance from people, you stop hanging out with them, you stop talking to them. And I feel like part of it is because you do choose to see the bigger picture, especially with us having see the bigger picture, unnecessary fear, and like literally a globe. It's like you just, one thing about you that does make it easier, like one of the things that does make it easier for you to cut people off is the fact that you understand just how abundant the world is. You understand just how abundant life is. You understand that life is what you make it, and you understand that it's a choice to keep going back to people that hurt you, or that you don't feel loved by, or that you can't trust, or that try to hurt you or manipulate you or gaslight you, or whatever the case may be. And that strength is what gives you, even with the giraffe, like see the big picture. You know, giraffes have that they're so tall, like they can see above most of all the other animals basically. And so it's like you have this higher perspective, and that's really where a lot of your strength comes from, because you're able to see a higher perspective. So therefore you're also able to see a further distance and see that, okay, yeah, I'm gonna be hurt by cutting you off in this moment, and yeah, I might miss you at first for however long, but in the long run it's gonna be better for me to not deal with this. And with be at home, I feel like you're also somebody who knows how to prioritize like your, how do I say, you know how to prioritize your stability, what actually matters to you. And that's the thing as well, you're very self-aware in the sense that you know what matters to you. You know, maybe, you know, having peace matters to you more than having a partner. Maybe having peace means more to you than working that job. Maybe peace to you means more than hanging out with that particular friend group, or going to that particular place, or indulging in that particular thing, or doing that certain habit. You know what I'm saying? So there's this vibe that you are not cold, you're not detached, but you do understand what's really important at the end of the day, okay? And that is what gives you the strength to make the decisions that you make, and to move the way that you move, and to stand on business the way that you stand on business. All right, so that's what I have for you, pile one. If you're from pile one, comment ice cold, okay? Because y'all are ice cold, okay? It's not always easy, but you definitely make it look easy. All right, so that's what I have for you, pile one. Definitely give the video a thumbs up if it resonated. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel so that you can join a team and catch this vibe. Other than that, I love you guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Hey pile two, welcome to your reading. Welcome to Aniya's Notes. I am your host, AniyahJelisa. Thank you for being here with me today. Today we're going to be looking into how do you stand on business, okay? It's not clocking to them that you're standing on business. That video inspired this topic, by the way. Real cute, real fun today. So let's go ahead and get into it. First, I'm going to channel some messages from the image that you chose. So let's get into it. The first thing I heard when I looked at this was, do I know you? Oh. I feel like pile two, y'all stand on business in a petty way. Like, you're the type to, you want to flex on your haters, no kizzy. Like, you want people to see you elevate, be fly. Like, like, I just feel like you're the type, and there's no judgment here. I feel like you are the type to want to really rub it in their face. Like, you really enjoy flexing on people and like popping it. Like, you thought, like, you are the type to, that is so funny. You're the type to like be very fiery about it, and you almost get egged on by people underestimating you or doubting you, or, you know what I'm saying, just trying to belittle you, because you feel like it's gonna make it even sweeter when you do reach your success, or when you do flex on them. You're gonna rub it in, because I feel like you might be the kind of person where, like, no shades, you have like some aggressive energy about you. You could have heavy like Mars or Pluto placements, like so what is that, like Aries, Scorpio, and I feel like I'm missing one. I can't think of it right now. Anyways, there's just this vibe to you that you have like a aggressive, competitive type of vibe to you. And so I think you take pleasure in being underestimated and then turning around winning. And so the way that you stand on business is that you like to win and then flex your wins, period. Because it's this vibe of like, okay, yeah, I can say whatever, but at the end of the day, I win. So, you know what I mean? It's like you see yourself as a winner. And so the way that you stand on business is to win. I'm hearing all I do is win, 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 no matter what. Okay, so let's see. Let's get into some oracles today. Lately, I've been really feeling oracle cards in my readings. I feel like they allow me to channel, I don't know, more freely. if that makes sense. So let's go ahead and get into it. And also channeling the images, that's like completely free basically. So let's get into it. All right, Spirit, how does Pile 2 stand on business? All right, we have Cowrie Show with abundance. I'm telling you, like, y'all like to boss up and get into a bag, okay? And you'll flex your money too. It's like, it's not like I'm gonna boss up and like glow in silence. No, like you're gonna pop it. All right, we have Cowrie Show with abundance. We have Stars with divine guidance. You're gonna shine, okay, clearly. And then we have Fence with boundaries. How do you stand on business is that you like make it clear who you are, and like you really like to pop it, you like to flex, you like to, you know, put yourself out there and be seen by your haters. But then like, because I feel like what happened, okay, I feel like you understand how people work. I feel like you understand the fact that when somebody underestimates you and or when they think they're better than you, they have this, you know, this snooty nose in the air type of vibe towards you, and they treat you as if you're less than or as if you're beneath them. And, you know, because they think that they're better, or they think that they're the winner, or that they're the, you know, top dog, whatever the case may be. And so it's like when you stand on business, because I feel like this is the vibes of why you tend to stand on business, is you tend to stand on business because people underestimate you. So I feel like that's one thing that really triggers you to where it's like, oh, you gotta go, you know. And it's not only do you have to go, but now I'm finna flex on you just because you even tried me like that, or just because you even thought that that was going to be a thing. You could also get really offended by people like copying you, by people copying you, especially if they don't give credit where it's due. Like, I feel like you wouldn't really mind if the person gives credit, but if you feel like people are copying you and they're like just trying to run off with your stuff or take credit for something that you created, I feel like that really gets under your skin. And the way that you stand on business is to create even more, create even new things, like just be better, and like flex on them and pop it. And then you also understand the fact psychologically that when you do this and then they see that now they've lost and you've won, there comes with shame and humiliation with that, because they were proven wrong. And it's like they weren't even just proven wrong about something minuscule or something little. They were proven wrong about who you are as a person. Like, they underestimated who you are as a person and your abilities and your intelligence and your creativity and your success, just because of something that they might have felt like they were better at, or something that they felt like they had and you didn't. And they tried to, you know, use that against you, or, you know what I'm saying, look down on you because of it. And I feel like you are the kind of person where you don't believe in stuff like that. You don't believe in thinking that you're better than somebody because maybe you have more money than them, or because you might look better than them, or because you have more popularity or clout, or you have more material things or whatever, or you drive a nicer car or something, I don't know. But when people try to do you like that, and they try to act like they're better than you because it's like, you like, okay, well, you might think that you're better than me because you have that now, but in due time, I'm gonna have this, I'm gonna have that, and I'm gonna have more than you. And then it's like, you do that and you go boss up, you put yourself out there, whatever it is that they thought they had on you. It's like you end up getting that thing or getting better, and then it's like, now what? Now what? You thought I wasn't shit because I was broke. Okay, I'm up now. I got money. Now what? You thought you was gonna talk down to me because you feel like I was ugly, or I look basic or whatever. I done glowed up. So now what? Oh, you have more followers. Okay, I got followers now too. Now what? You know what I mean? It's like that type of vibe with you. And then it's like people might also play in your face in times where you might be down, or you don't have that much, or you're just starting to build something, so it's not like popping yet or whatever. And then they'll try to switch up and come back around like nothing happened when you're successful, or when you're famous, or when you're looking your best. And you enjoy being like, no, I remember when you said this and that, so stand on it. This, you know, your vibe is giving me that vibe of when that reporter, she was trying to interview Michael B. Jordan, and she said something to him, and he basically reminded her of how they used to go to school together, and she dubbed him basically, or she tried to, you know, call him by his name, or said he was lame or something like that. And now, you know, he's Michael B. Jordan, and she's a journalist interviewing him, trying to act like she don't know what she did, or she don't remember how she treated him. You know what I'm saying? And he pulls that back up, and it's like, I'm not cool with you, basically. Like, I remember, yeah, I'm up, and I'm not cool with you, because I remember what you said when I was down. So stand on it. Keep that same energy. That's how you stand on business. You hold people accountable to keeping that same energy, and you also flex on them. Yeah. That's your vibe. So let's go ahead and see. If y'all are enjoying the reading so far, definitely go ahead and give the video a thumbs up, and consider subscribing to the channel so that you can join the team and catch this vibe, okay? Spirit, how does Pile 2 stand on business? How does Pile 2 stand on business? We have Owl, wise seeing, wise action. Wise seeing, wise action. And then we have Barnbrack, sweetness and synergy. Sweetness and synergy. I feel like with the owl card here first, with the wise seeing, wise action, you're the type to peep. One of the ways that you stand on business is that you peep and move accordingly. You peep something and then you're like, oh, like you might not even make a big announcement about it, but it's just like one of those things where it's like, yeah, I'm gonna move different, period. Like some of it could look like cutting people off, but also I just feel like it just looks like you keeping things more private. Like you might have been the type to used to like talk about your success or talk about your ideas a lot, and you realize that people like to copy off of you, or you know, they just be weird. If it's not copying, it could just be them down talking your ideas, or you know, wishing negatively on you. You can notice that you be really having success with something, and then as soon as you tell somebody about it, it falls through, or it slows down, or your progress stagnates. You know what I'm saying? And so you could have learned over time to, you know, be more hush and, you know, peep who you can tell certain things to and who you can't, basically. And then also with this Barnbrack, sweetness and synergy, I feel like you learn how to, one of the ways that you stand on business is that not only do you move around, but you also move on to bigger and better. That's like the whole vibe here, is that you're not just simply moving around, you're moving on to bigger and better. So for example, this is like in a relationship, if you had a partner who was mistreating you and they just refused to treat you better and they just made it seem like you just were not worth being treated better, you're going to literally just stop dealing with that person, but then the next person that you deal with is going to be an upgrade. You're going to go be with somebody who actually treats you the way that you're wanting to be treated, in the way that that last person told you that you couldn't have, or that wasn't possible, or that nobody was going to do that for you. You know what I'm saying? It's the vibe of, you know, like I said, if people felt like they were, you know, better than you because they had more fame or popularity or more money than you, you lock in with your own self and your journey to go acquire those same things for yourself, not even because of them, but just because that's what you want for yourself anyways. And on top of that, you're going to prove to them that you could have done this from the whole time. You've been the same person who was worthy of the money, the clout, all that, the confidence that you should have been allowed to have the whole time, you know, and you're just aligning with that. So that's how you stand on business. Like you really get focused. You use people's negativity to fuel your own growth. Okay? And you will not hesitate to throw it back in their face or to remind them of what they said and how they did you. That's like a clear thing here. Like you have a very straightforward, blunt tongue about people and like what they did. Like you don't have a problem calling people out either with this group. Last but not least, we have Beaver Spirit, number 6. Lay a solid foundation. Lay a solid foundation. You literally use people's negative energy to build yourself up, to move forward. Like you literally use it as motivation. Like you're really one of those people. Some people, you know, they don't really need to consume haterade because it just makes them, it just hurts their feelings. It doesn't really make them feel stronger. It doesn't make them want to go any harder. If anything, it might hurt their feelings. They might be more the sensitive types. Whereas you are like actually that archetype of, I was gonna say stereotype. You're actually the archetype of person that literally does get fueled by negative energy, because I feel like you enjoy competitiveness, you enjoy winning. And so when somebody like, you could also be into sports and just like, you know, you enjoy like the shit talking back and forth between teams. So it's like when somebody doubts you, when somebody treats you like you're less than, or like you're gonna lose, or basically when people treat you like a loser, you enjoy winning that much more. Like you was gonna want to win anyways because you're naturally a winner, but when you know that you're gonna like basically shit on somebody by winning on top of just winning anyways, that's like the cherry on top for you. Like I feel like you really get off to that, like you really enjoy that. Like, so I feel like you're not the type to turn away haters. It's giving me like Cat Williams vibe, where he was like, if you got 20 haters, you need to figure out how to get this many by tomorrow. Like it's that type of vibe with you. Like you definitely don't care, you enjoy having haters, and it is what it is, and you use that to motivate you and to power you up. So that's what I have for you, Pile 2. Okay, if you are from Pile 2 and you made it to the end, comment motivation. Comment motivation, because you stand on business in the way that you turn people's hating into motivation. Okay, so that's what I have for you, Pile 2. Go ahead and like the video if it resonated. Give it a thumbs up. Also subscribe to the channel so that you can join the team and catch this vibe. Other than that, I love you guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Hey Pile 3, welcome to your reading. Welcome to Naya's Notes. I am your host, AniyahJelisa. Thank you for being here with me today. So today we're going to be looking into how do you stand on business, okay? Because what's not clocking to them that you're standing on business, all right? Real cute, real fun today. Let's go ahead and get into it. First, I'm going to channel some messages from your photo that you chose. So I feel like one of the ways in which you choose to stand on business is to go get more attention. And so what I mean by that is, like, for this group, I feel like you could have people trying to humble you a lot, like trying to just, you know, you might be very confident, you might be very conceited, you really love yourself, you may be the type to like look in the mirror a lot, or like you always, whenever you pass your reflection, you want to go look at yourself, you really enjoy putting yourself together or spending a lot of time on your looks. And I feel like sometimes the same people who want you, or even like friends, it don't have to be always romantic partners, but I just feel like people have this vibe of like trying to humble you. And so I feel like the way that you stand on business is to go and get even more attention, or to go and act even more conceited. Okay, like I feel like you're the type to lean into people's projections of you just to like piss them off. Like if you're the type where like if people try to slut shame you for like an outfit that you're wearing, you'll be like, yeah, what if I was, and so what? You know what I mean? You might not even be on that. Like you could be a virgin, you could just like that outfit, but you're not even the type you're not the type that's gonna like get offended and be like try to defend yourself. You're just be like, you'll play into it. You know what I'm saying? You kind of like let things roll off the shoulder and then just walk away with like this supreme confidence. And that's how you stand on business, because then it makes the person realize that whatever they said, whatever judgment they projected onto you, literally didn't matter. And like at the end of the day, you're still more confident than them, and they're still jealous or insecure or whatever the case may be. Because I feel like this group is giving like people project onto you a lot based on your looks. All right. Something else that I was getting, damn it, I think I lost it. I did. I don't remember what I was gonna say. I feel like it was something about like the way that you check people though, or the way that you say something. I feel like you like the way, one of the ways in which you stand on business could be to like really be like say something really rude. Like say something really rude. Like say something that's true, but in a way that's really rude. like definitely it's giving like I'm gonna hurt your feelings on the way out type of vibe, okay? I feel like you might not say things just in general, but like if somebody tries you, or like I said, if somebody tries to humble you, that's what it is. Oh, that's what I was gonna say. That's what I was gonna say. I feel like you stand on business by putting people in their place. Like you stand on business by putting people in their place. Because I feel like people try to, because, okay, so I feel like you might be somebody who looks, like your looks are really, really coming through here, Power 3 for sure. So it's like in this group, you all might be very physically attractive. And so again, people feel either really lustful or really attracted to you, or they could also feel intimidated. And since the topic of this reading is about standing on business, that is more so going to interact with the people who you have to cut off or you have to stand on business with, which is the people who project onto you negatively because of the way that you look. And I feel like people try to humble you a lot, or try to put you in your place, or what they deem your place to be. It's like people put you on a pedestal, so they try to knock you off of it. And so like what I'm getting is that the way that you stand on business is that you do not remove yourself off of that pedestal, and you actually put them in their place to remind them that they're the ones that are intimidated by you. They're the ones who are insecure by you, and you're confident, and whatever projections that they have, they can go kick rocks with it, basically. All right. That's what I'm getting. All right, so if you're enjoying the video so far, definitely go ahead and give the video a thumbs up, and consider subscribing to the channel so that you can join the team and catch this vibe. Let's see. Spirit, how does pile 3 stand on business? How does pile 3 stand on business? First, we have rainbow with hope. Next, we have mountains with obstacles. And then we have journey with labyrinth. You stand on business by not giving up on yourself despite people really fucking wanting you to. Look, and then we have 5 and 6. So yeah, it's like you refuse to stop progressing. I feel like people feel like you don't deserve, like I'm getting this vibe heavily in this group that people feel like you don't deserve the things that you have. They feel like you get a lot of pretty privilege, or you get a lot of favors and exceptions, and like that just really fucking bothers people. And like I just feel like the things that you deal with are things that, a lot of them are things, some of them are things that just everybody deals with, but then some of them are things that people specifically try to put into your way, or try to block your path, or try to confuse you from the right path, because they just don't want to see you win, because they just feel like it's too easy for you. That's what it is. Like people feel like your life is just too easy. They look at you, they assume you have an easy life. They just feel like it's too easy for you, and so they want to humble you. They want to make you experience negative emotions, or they want you to experience rejection or disappointment, and you keep your head up regardless. And that's how you stand on business, by not allowing them that power over you. That's what it is. It's like you are very locked in and secure within who you are as a person. So the way that you stand on business is by literally securing that. And when people try to poke at your sense of self or your self-esteem, or they try to disappoint you or try to, you know what I'm saying, mess up stuff in your life, reject you, keep you from getting this job, disturb that person from wanting to date you, or, you know, whatever, or try to slander your name, throw gossip at you, on you, whatever, it doesn't work, because it never makes you falter. It never makes you question who you are. It's like one of those examples of, like, if somebody tries to say something insecure, like rude to you, like if somebody tries to neg you or insult you, while they might think that you're going to have a sensitive reaction or a sensitive response, like, or take it personally, you end up laughing at it and then just saying something rude back to them. And what you said was worse. What they said didn't hurt your, they was trying to hurt your feelings, but they didn't hurt your feelings. You laughed. But what you said actually hurt their feelings, and they went and cried in the bathroom. And now everybody's acting like you're the bad guy, but really they said they started with you. You know what I'm saying? It's like that type of vibe. Let's get some more cards. Spirit, how does pile 3 stand on business? I feel like at some points in your life this used to really bother you, but I feel like, again, I feel like this is based on your looks, and I feel like you had looked really good for it. Maybe you were always the type to just get this response, but maybe even if you had a glow up recently and you're noticing it more recently in like the past couple of years or past couple of months in your life, you're like adjusting to it at this point, basically. All right. Did I just have a deja vu moment? I'm not sure. I kind of feel like I did, but then I'm like, wait, it was like just a quick glimpse, so I don't really know. But Spirit, how does pile 3 stand on business? How does pile 3 stand on business? All right, I'm not gonna take all of those. I'm gonna take these though. I'll take that one because it's literally right there. What is this? This says graveyard, unnecessary fear. Graveyard, unnecessary fear. We have forgiveness with reducing burden. We have trick or treat with mischief and play. And then lastly, we have black cat with fortune meets opportunity. So I feel like this has been a journey for you, because I feel like you've been getting this with this like mischief and play with trick or treat. I feel like people have tried to like trick you out your spot a lot, because that's what it is. It's like people already see that you're on this pedestal, you're really beautiful, you get pretty privileged. You might don't let you also be smart and have a cool personality too. Oh my god, people just feel like you have life on easy mode. They just feel like if they were in your shoes, pile 3, like the things they would do, because you just seem to have life so easy. And yeah, you do have a lot of favor. You are very blessed. You are very beautiful or handsome or attractive. That's just what it is. But you know, you're still a person, and I think that in the past you used to be afraid to shine brightly. You used to be afraid to be your full self because you were trying to avoid this energy. Like, you realize, like, whenever you're confident in yourself and you're just being yourself fully and expressing that without any apologies, people get mad. And I feel like at first you didn't really like that. You didn't want to upset people, and you might have tried to dim yourself, but then you just realized that, like, that's just their problem. It's really, that's just not my problem. It's not your problem to like try to dim yourself, because you also realize that even when you were dimming yourself, they were still mad. So it's like, you know what, I'm finna stand on business and I'm finna shine brightly. The way that you stand on business is that you shine your light so fucking bright, okay? That's how you stand on business. You do not hold back. And if anything, it's like, you know what, I'm gonna forgive y'all. And you're also so kind too. You so nice, pile 3, because even the things that you say to hurt people's feelings, you could say words, I feel like, still. And I feel like you still are a compassionate person, and I feel like you understand and you give people grace. You might still check them, but on a deeper level, you give them grace and you don't take it personal, because you understand that they're just insecure or they're just projecting. They just don't know how to regulate their emotions, and so that's why they're coming for you. So you do forgive them in a sense energetically, and that's why you are able to still shine your light, and thus your growth continues to happen regardless of the things that they say about you or how they try to slander your name or project onto you or create rumors or whatever, because it's just like, your fortune is yours. You are who you're meant to be, and that nobody can take that away from you. And I feel like you also are very protected spiritually as well. So let's go ahead and get a last card or two. Spirit, how does pile 3 stand on business? How does pile 3 stand on business? If you would like to book a personal with your girl, you can find that information down below in the description box. Let me see. All right. We have take a leap of faith with grasshopper spirit. Take a leap of faith with grasshopper spirit. Yeah, like people, I feel like that's what I'm saying. When people try to, with trick or treat, I feel like people try to trick you out your spot, and people try to get you to feed into your insecurities, because you're still human at the end of the day, and you still have fears, you still have insecurities, you still have feelings. So people try to like bank on your negative emotions, or try to, you know, feed into your insecurities or feed into your fears to stop you from doing the things that you really want to do that revolve with you shining your light. They try to get you to, I feel like with hope and this light that you have, you're a very optimistic person, and so you might also have way bigger goals in life. I just saw 1034, which is 34 is my angel number, so when it's combined with other numbers, I feel like it's just amplifying that. So the fact that I was just saying, like, I feel like you have bigger goals than the average person. And number 10 with being like abundance, hello, like, you strive for big things and people feel like you have it so good that you can get them. So that's why they try to get you to they try to add to your fears and insecurities to get you to trick yourself out your spot by doubting yourself and not really realizing who you are, and therefore being too afraid to take leaps of faith. Okay, but I feel like the way that you stand on business and you remind them and you put them back in their place is that you're going to take that leap of faith because you remind them that you never cared about their validation in the first place. You never cared about their opinion. You never needed them to like you. So even if they don't like you, even if they try to project onto you, even if they try to make you feel insecure, whatever, it does not ever work. It never works. It does not work. That's how you end up you never really have to say anything. You can say something and hurt their feelings if you want to, but even just the fact that you're unbothered and unfazed by what they're doing, by their attacks, by their negative energy that they're sending your way, that alone is putting them in their place, and it humbles them. And that's how you stand on business about who you are, pile 3. Okay, so that's what I have for you, pile 3. If you made it to the end of pile 3, then comment confidence, because you stand on business through your confidence. Okay, nobody can shake you. All right, it's not giving insecure, it's not giving humble. All right, so that's what I have for you, pile 3. Definitely go ahead and give the video a thumbs up if it resonated, and subscribe to the channel so that you can join the team and catch this vibe. Other than that, I love you guys, and I'll see you next time. Bye.